Welcome back to the All Lady Vol Show, brought to you by the Lady Vol Boost Her Club and sponsored by Orange Mountain Designs. As always, we're here filming at Orange Mountain Designs, which is your one-stop shop for all things Lady Vol gear. If you don't know what the Lady Vol Boost Her Club is, it's the premier NIL collective for all 9 Lady Vol sports. All right, Lady Vol fans, I know you probably know who these two are. Jill, you've already been on an episode this season, but we are going to reintroduce ourselves. So starting with you, Kaiya, tell the people who you are.
Hey, my name is Kaiya. I'm a senior and I play guard.
I'm Jill. I'm a senior and I play forward/center.
Nice.
Yes.
How are you feeling, Jill? You're a little far from us.
I feel good. I just want to give everyone some space, to breathe and stuff.
I appreciate that.
Appreciate you. Yeah, I got you. Oh.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there's so much to talk about today, but most recently, you guys had a top 10 win against UConn. I know social media blew up about it. You guys were having the time on that court celebrating. I watched so many fun videos. So first, can we talk about pre-UConn? What was the conversation like, especially with Coach Kim Caldwell? What was the messaging going into that game? I know you guys have had quite a few ranked losses, and it kind of felt like we really needed this one. So what was the message going into it? I'll start with you, Jill.
Basically, Coach Kim was basically saying to us, this game is bigger than us. This rival has been going on for so many years, so we knew that we had to lock in. We had to take this serious, and this one was probably one of the biggest game of our whole season.
She said this game was bigger than
us.
Do you feel like that added any pressure of oh my gosh, this game's actually big? It's bigger than the other ones we've played.
Yes, for sure. There were so many alumni, so many people that were just a part of the Lady Vols for years past, and we just wanted to make them proud, and we did.
Yeah, you guys absolutely did. Kaiya, I know this season has looked a little bit different for you. First off, how are you doing physically, mentally? How are you actually doing?
I'm doing well. I'm tired of the bike and doing other forms of conditioning other than running. But I got my boot off 2 weeks ago, and I started going up and down the stairs, run rocket, some cool things. I got to play some horse the other day and get to shoot, go follow through on my toes. So that's been pretty cool. And then I just feel lucky that I get to come in every day and just hang out with my teammates. So they keep me going, keep me positive. So, yeah.
I know Lady Vol fans have seen you on the sidelines. We all obviously know you got red-shirted and you got hurt before the season has begun. But you kind of have a different perspective this year in the way that you're not playing, but you were still so involved and on the sidelines. Going back to that UConn game, how do you feel like the team played from that perspective of being able to watch and not necessarily being able to contribute in the same way?
I feel like they played great. I mean, obviously the goal was to come out with a win, and they did. But I was just most proud of the fact that I feel like we were able to wear them down. We have been trying to do that to teams all season, and so that was really the game that I feel like got us over the hump. Just being able to put a together game for 40 minutes, getting the 50-50 balls, knocking down shots, doing what we're supposed to do and go. So I was really proud of them and all the preparation. We had a really good 2 days of practice before that, so just seeing how we were able to translate it from practice to the game was really cool.
When that final buzzer went off, what was that emotion that you felt? You guys were running up and down the court. You guys were high-fiving fans. I was watching and I was wow, I can't get enough of this. When that final buzzer went off, Jill, what did that feel like to you?
It was kind of surreal. We haven't Tennessee hasn't beaten UConn in so many years. So
it was
just
2007. Sorry to cut you off, but 2007 was the last win.
That's a long time.
How old were you in 2007?
How old were we?
Yep. We were 4.
Oh, okay.
That is so insane. Just like I said, so many people were watching. It was just really surreal. I was really excited. We were, like you said, we were running around that gym. I feel like we were running laps, going from alumni, student section, taking pictures, videos. It was just really, really fun. It was a really special moment.
And Kaiya, you mentioned earlier, getting over that hump. Like I had said earlier as well, you guys have had almost all your losses have been against ranked opponents and have been very close in score. What do you think this did for your season as as in relation to getting over that hump? Have you seen a difference? Do you feel like after that when you came out different as a team?
I definitely think we did. We actually had film today, and we were watching some of our turnovers from the Ole Miss game, and every single one of them we watched except one in the fourth quarter, we all like got back, and we all like were able to keep them from scoring off a turnover. And Coach Kim mentioned that a month and a half ago we wouldn't have done that. So I think just being able to be as disciplined and as good as a team as UConn was just set us up to be able to basically play with anybody, pretty much win any game as long as we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. So I think just like I said, being able to go and pull out with the win and like lock in and get the win in the fourth quarter when it matters was like, I was like, okay, we can do this, and we're going to continue to keep doing this.
For sure. I think that's exactly what you needed. And I love how you hit on that fourth quarter. Just finishing is what was like one of the biggest things for you guys. I kind of want to go back a little bit further to last episode that Jill was on. It was all preseason talk, all about the conditioning, the running, the practices. Now that you are 20-something games into season, you have that big win. You have slowly climbed your ways into the polls, ranked about 15, 16 right now. How do you think that conditioning and that preseason prepared you for how difficult the season was going to be?
Man, we hated it then, but we sure love that we did it now. Like Kaiya said, we really wore down UConn. They were missing shots that they usually make, jumpers, layups. Like they were missing shots that they make every day. But like you said, we conditioned so much. We still do. Still condition. We conditioned so much that we're just used to it. Like we're used to running, and that really has helped us with a lot of games.
Yeah, for sure. I want to take a pause on the season just to talk about the Lady Vol Boost Her Club. It's, like I said, the premier NIL collective for all 9 Lady Vol sports. You two are very heavily involved. I know we can call on you when we need you. You're always around. You're always bringing a good time. Jill's answered this question before, but Kaiya, what does it mean to you to be a part of this club?
It's like a sisterhood. So they say that a lot of times when you hear people talking about the Lady Vol alumni and legacy, and this is just as big as part of it, as I think. Just being able to be with other elite athletes and elite donors, elite members. We all have the same mindset. We want to win. We want to bring all of Lady Vol sports back to glory. So just being around like-minded people, people that can help me whenever I need it, other great athletes who can also help me when I need it, and just being around people, great sponsors who want the best for all of us is really cool and really special to be a part of.
Yeah. Speaking of sponsors, you guys came out with a very funny but very educational video with Food City, which is the official grocery store of the Lady Vols. What went into making that video, and what was your strategy? If you didn't see the video, it's on our Instagram, Lady Vol BHC, which stands for Lady Vol Boost Her Club. So make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. But I want to know what went into making that video the way that you did.
I love Food City down. Like, I live like 5 minutes from Food City, and it's like if I need something, I'm going to Food City because for one, that's the closest, and for two, it's like they have like cheaper prices for the same things as compared to like Kroger and all the other places. But it was just like we got to Food City, and I'm like, Jill, like it was a TikTok, but like we were just trying to go and like
to make it funny.
Yeah, like. Cause like, I don't know, like they told us to like make it vlog style and things like that, but like I actually shopped there, so it was like, I'm gonna get Jill walking into the store, and then we're gonna showcase the produce, and like we didn't have to edit it or anything. Like the vegetables, that's how green they were, like that's how colorful they were, and I actually did buy the ground beef. It was good. I actually did make hamburger helper that night, but. I don't know, it was just kind of like we want to be funny while also showcasing that like Food City has a lot to offer.
Oh yeah, it definitely did that. I mean, as someone who goes to Food City, I'm very like proud of that work because it did it justice. My last question involving that video is at the end you posed with one of the workers there. Was that your first time meeting her, or did you actually meet her before?
No, that was our first time meeting her.
Okay.
I was friends with a Food City worker named Daryl. He wasn't there though, but Miss Karen, that was our first time meeting her. Yes. She was a little shy.
We were going around everywhere trying to find a worker to be in our video. And she was like, oh no, I don't want to do it. Like, come on, Miss Karen, like you're perfect. Like, come on. So.
It was awesome, very spot on, and everything that you guys have said about the Lady Vol Boost Her Club has been spot on. It is a community, it is a family, and you guys represent it very, very well. I kind of want to jump forward a little bit and talk Coach Kim Caldwell. Last episode was very historic in the way that Z had called her a chipmunk. Jill, do you feel like she still fits that criteria of being a chipmunk?
Well, I wouldn't call her a chipmunk, you know, but yeah, she fits that criteria. Yeah, I guess she still fits it. But yeah, she's great. We love her. So.
Yeah, and she had a baby on January 20th, right before you guys played Texas. She missed that game, and then a week later came back to coach against South Carolina. How was that from a player's perspective? Because I know as a fan watching, that was such a special moment, but she came back to practice before she had even stepped on the court for the game. How kind of were those conversations with her? How was she? And then what does that mean to you guys that she literally gave birth and then was back within the same week to coach you guys at practice?
Well, she just showed up in film one day and we were like, oh, she's that kind of quick. But it just shows that she really cares about this team and what we can do. Like you said, South Carolina was a really, really big game. So I'm just glad we had her there for us and we were there for her. Like you said, she just had a baby. And I know she was hurting and stuff, but she's just really, really strong. And I know that she just cares for us a lot.
Yeah. Have you guys got to meet baby Connor?
Not yet. I think she said he has to get to 6 weeks first before.
We're counting down the days.
Guess we're dirty, so.
Yeah, germ-filled.
Well, you guys are running up and down the court, high-fiving fans after big games, so
That's
that
true.
does.
We wash our hands.
Yeah, I literally just washed my hair like 30 minutes ago.
Oh, okay, exactly. Like, okay.
Kaiya, I kind of want to turn to you, having been on the sidelines more, being able to watch the team go through their ups and downs, kind of what sticks out to you so far about this season, and then if you can tie in Kim Caldwell and just watching her coach versus being like actually coached in game by her. So first, start off by what has this team looked like to you through the ups and the downs?
Man, we have this team has been we've been through it, starting from just the summer and getting to know one another and then going through conditioning together. I think that's when I really knew the team was going to be special. We really had the mindset, nobody left behind. So we're on the track at 6:30 a.m. running 2 miles and things like that, and it's just we're laughing, we're having a good time. I think Coach Kim said one time in film or when we were on the court that we're the only team she's ever had that's we walked to the baseline when we're about to run and we're laughing and having a good time. So I think this team is really resilient. There's a lot of times we played a tough stretch of games in January, and I feel like a lot of other teams may have quit, but I think it made us stronger. We might be losing, but the most important thing is we're learning. This is everybody's first time in Coach Kim's system. This is our first time coaching this team. So just being able to rely on one another, rely on the coaches, and just see how everybody individually and as a team is getting better has been really cool. It made me learn that, for one, this team has a really good time. In good times or bad times, hard times, we just really love one another and just have a great time playing basketball. And for two, we're really strong and resilient, and I think we're going to go very far.
Yeah. Wow, that was so perfectly said. You do learn a lot from being able to watch and not being as hands-on, and I know you have because that was such a great answer. I kind of want to draw it back. I know you mentioned that you had lost, but your losses were against Oklahoma when they were ranked 9th, LSU when they were still top 5, Texas ranked top 10, South Carolina 2 or 1, and then LSU again. And these were top 10, top 20, top 15 ranked teams. Jill, I want to ask you kind of those messages after those tough games. What do you think has stuck out to you to be able to come back and just keep striving for those wins and to keep these games close?
Basically, the reason why we've been losing is the stuff that is controllable. So like you said, we've been coming close to games and we haven't put 4 quarters together, and we're still that close. So that just tells you how good we are. Like Kaiya said, we have really good chemistry. We're really resilient. During that stretch when we lost, we knew something had to click, and yeah, I mean, it's the same message every time. We know what we need to do, and we just got to go out there and do it for 40 minutes straight, no matter what happens.
Yeah. And you guys, I know we're talking about it, but that's because it's just like, need to know those little facts. Like, what are you guys talking about as a team? But don't get me wrong, you guys are 19-6. You guys have worked your way up from being unranked to ranked and then competing in all of these tough games. Moving on, you only have 2 more home games. And I know that Food City Center has been rocking this year, specifically for those big games. What has the fans meant to you guys in this past year? And also, have you seen a difference from this past year and the year previously, having both been here?
Oh, yeah. Like, the UConn game was crazy. Like, you couldn't really hear yourself think. I think it's similar to, like, if you've ever played at South Carolina, it's like the fans are, like, down. Like, it feels like you can't hear yourself think. Like, it's a hard environment to play in, and the fans have definitely created that in Food City Center. Like, I would hate to come in as an opposing team and have to play because, for one, like, we've actually been doing, we've been doing this for years, but like standing and clapping until like we score or like just how loud we get. And I remember in the summer, Coach Kim when we were first putting in the offense, she was telling us that like, think about how loud it is when we come down and hit a 3 and then you get a steal and score and then we get another steal and hit a 3. Like the roof's gonna come off the building. And like, I felt that like the fans have like, they get so into it and they cheer so much, and I think they really enjoy like the fast pace of play and the steals and the layups and the threes and the blocks and the charges and all that. So they've made it amazing, and it's definitely different from the previous years I've been here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even if I'm not there and I'm watching on TV, I can feel it through the TV. So that's just so special and a testament to what the Lady Vol brand is and what it means to the fans. Like I had said, there's 2 more home games. You guys are winding down the regular season. You guys have Alabama on Thursday. My question to you, Jill, is have you guys started your film? You haven't played them this year, right?
Yeah, we haven't.
You haven't played them? But have you guys started your film and kind of what will be some of those keys to winning this game on Thursday?
Yeah, we definitely have started film. Like you said, we only have 2 more games left, so we're just really trying to make sure we seal the deal. So obviously just boxing out, rebounding, holding some of their best players, to fewer points than they average, and just playing together, honestly. Like we're all we got, we all we need. So just staying together, being together for each other, and just having good energy going to these last couple of games. So
yeah. Perfect. I'm going to remember the boxing out part and I'll be watching.
Okay.
My final question before we head into our little game segment, which I know you like these games, Jill.
Yes. Yes.
My final question kind of relates to the first time we had you on the show when you talked about how hard it is to play against you guys. And even in practice, you don't realize how hard it is until you play against one another. Do you feel as if the further along in the season, people have learned your style, or it's been easier to get people tired because it's such a long season?
People, they could, maybe see a couple plays, but the style of our play, you can't really stop it once we're really going and playing together. Like Kaiya said, threes, the charges, the steals, just our press alone, like, you never know what you're going to get.
You really don't.
You really never know. So I'm just really, really confident in this team. Like Kaiya said, I think we're going to go really, really far. And I don't think opponents can stop everyone on the team. We have so many weapons. It's just really, they try to stop a couple of us and then, we got 5 more coming off. Like,
and
it's
that's
really
what we
hard.
talked about in the beginning. We talked about how hard that is as a player as well, like getting put in and taken out, especially for a lot of you guys who have been used to like constantly playing throughout the game. Is that something that this year you've adjusted to and you're like, enjoy now? How has that been for you this past year?
We definitely enjoy it because we be tired. I'll be looking over at the scores table, I'm like, oh man, the subs. But the way we play, we have to sub like that. We're trying to go 100% every time you touch that floor. And just even for the press and just sprinting to your blocks, like you have to have a little sip of water or something to, get you going. So it definitely helps. And the first time in the season, I was like, I don't know how this is going to work, but now I definitely see why we have to do that. So, yeah.
For sure. And Kai, before we get into the game, I want to ask you, this has been a difficult season for you. Obviously, it's never easy sitting out watching your best friends play, but you've had such a positive mindset through it all. Has Coach Kim, the coaching staff, the girls, like, who helps you keep that positive mindset that allows you to be on the bench cheering just as loud for them as you would if you were playing?
Definitely everybody. I feel like I have a lot of shenanigans, and everybody is like really accepted of me, and just they know that I have some days, I'm not gonna lie, are not good days, because I hate that I have to go through this, but everybody makes it better. Just praying, talking to my family, and then, like I said, just being around my teammates, being around the staff. Everybody who walks by me asks me how I'm doing today. And then I really just appreciate the coaching staff. They pick my brain too. They ask me questions and they allow me to ask them 1,000,001 questions about everything, about the game plan, about other teams, things like that. And then just talk about like off the court stuff too. So it keeps my mind off of it sometimes. But just being around my teammates, being around my coaches, just being in the gym with them, just makes me forget that I'm even in this situation. Yeah. So it's been good.
Wow. Your answers just deserve snaps every time because they're
really kind.
Yeah, she's really good.
Jill. Sorry.
So I just want to thank you guys for coming on. As always, you guys represent the Lady Vols so well in the Lady Vol Boost Her Club. If you subscribe and also comment below your favorite maybe Lady Vol basketball memory from this year or your favorite part of the show, anything like that, just make sure you comment and subscribe. Also follow us on our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, like we had mentioned before. Good luck on Thursday against Alabama. I know Lady Vol Nation is following along with you guys throughout the whole journey, and we'll be there cheering for you guys. But thanks, Kaiya and Jill.
Thank you
for having us.